Welcome, guys, to Nerd Pact Radio. I'm your host, LoneAzn, aka Brandon, and I got my buddy here, Gh0stT3rr0r.
What's up?
Yeah, he also goes by Trent. So I will probably be using our actual names more than our handlers due to the fact
I'd rather go with our actual names. That way we can avoid any kind of confusion.
Yeah, I just get so used to saying people's names, especially since I know them. So
Yeah.
this will be our first official Nerd Pact Radio episode. I know in the past we've done a lot of Pokemon stuff, but for my content I want to upload on this channel, we're going to be talking more about a lot of things I like, a lot of things that we're so deeply rooted into. Talking about games, we're talking about some card games as well, because I've been wanting to get into Dragon Ball Super. Just because it's like blowing up.
Hell yeah, Dragon Ball Super. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. But let's start this off with a little bit of our gaming history, and I will let Trent go first.
Sure, yeah. I mean, kind of gaming history alongside of me, if we're talking about how far back I go. And when I first picked up a controller, back when I was a kid, NES. Parents had the NES, played Super Contra 2. That's what really kicked me into the whole, gaming scene was Super Contra 2 and then Jaws.
Wait,
Super
I
Mario.
thought Super Contra was on the Super Nintendo, though.
Was it? It was one of the Contra games. I think it was Contra 2, I know that, because that game was hard as shit.
Well, yeah, Contra 2 for sure was... I know Contra 2 was, but any of the Super Contras were literally...
I think Super Contra was SNES.
Yeah.
I think it was just Contra 2 then.
Yeah.
But then you got Jaws. My mom, Mom and I played that.
Excuse me.
And then Dr. Mario, Dad and I played that. And then all the Super Marios, all the Mario Lands. Whichever ones were on the NES is what I played.
Yeah.
And then went into Dreamcast. The only game I ever played was Gauntlet.
Dude, Gauntlet is so good, though.
My cousin tried to get me to play Sonic with him, and I was just like, not having that, man. Gauntlet.
I actually really liked Sonic.
Sonic, I'm like, it wasn't bad.
Okay, not on the Dreamcast. Okay.
Like, Dreamcast Sonic was atrocious.
Yeah.
But, like, the other Sonic games, like, let's see, you had the ones for GameCube.
I think that was the only one I really played that was like a 3D one, was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
I think so. I know I remember playing Shadow the Hedgehog a lot.
I never played that. I wanted it.
Oh, dude, it was so much fun playing Shadow, running around, getting all the guns, and then killing all the soldiers. Because they were all evil, because freaking Eggman.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, went from Dreamcast into Xbox, PlayStation, and 64. So on and so forth.
And we're up to where we are now, playing on like the Switch and all that stuff.
I'm still waiting for them to bring out Star Fox, Star Fox Adventures.
That would be dope. I would want that.
I would lose my life again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm already consumed by freaking Xenoblade.
Yeah, I still have yet to pick that up.
Dude, it's so much fun. It's a grind fest, but, it plays like a monster.
Yeah. So, well, my gaming history kind of starts the same. I kind of grew up, we had a NES at my house, playing that Duck Hunt with me being like 3 years old, standing face to face with the TV with a gun touching the TV because I couldn't shoot from a distance.
Yep.
But growing up, my parents didn't really buy me gaming consoles, so I was kind of like gifted through family. When I first moved to this area, my cousin had a Super Nintendo, and that's when it kind of really put me into, I really like games, kind of thing. And started off with Super Mario, and then it kind of went into Street Fighter which ended up making me really like fighting games as I grew older. Um,
Oh yeah.
my first real console that was my own, that was like brand new, my own, was the N64. I still remember that day because my mom brought the box to me and I opened it, and it was when they had the color systems come out. And this is the exclusive Pokemon one. The
Oh yeah, that was the one with the there was like
Pokemon
blue and
Stadium.
yellow.
Nope, Pokemon
Oh,
Stadium. Yeah, it
Pokemon
was like
Stadium.
blue or yellow, I think. But I got the blue console,
Nice,
and
nice.
I actually still have it today, and it's actually sitting on my floor right now.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yep.
Should,
It's
should
well, it's not a shame because I still have it. I still have the original controller and everything.
oh,
I just
right, but you
yeah.
got to give it a proper pedestal, man.
It will.
Like,
It
that's
will. I just once I get my own place, it will have its own pedestal.
yeah, of course. Right on the
Uh,
entertainment stand, right in the
yeah,
middle.
pretty much. Where did it go from there? I got a PS2 from my cousin after that. That was pretty awesome. I actually still have that too. It's sitting right next to the N64.
Nice.
um, but most of the games I played on the N64 was, the good old classic GoldenEye, screaming at each other not
Dude,
to screen
GoldenEye.
peek.
Yeah. Which
Uh,
cream bacon? Yep, I remember
uh,
that.
I played a lot of Donkey Kong. Uh, that was probably one of my favorite games. I didn't get too much into like Super Mario 64 like everyone else did.
Yeah, I didn't
Uh,
either. It was kind of a, I don't know,
yep.
it was tedious.
Ocarina of Time was definitely by far one of my favorite games. Only because I sat there fishing every single time I played it. It's sad because I still do that today. When the 3DS one came out, as soon as I got to the fishing part, I was like, I'm spending like 3 hours of my life here.
Dude, yeah, that's like me and Fable.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Uh, yeah, and then the PS4, or not the PS4, the PS2 turned into, let's see, I got a 360, but that's only because I built the 360 out of 3 different Xboxes I've gotten.
Oh, jeez.
One buddy had the Red Ring of Death, so I took the hard drive from it, or not the hard drive, I took the CD drive from it. Another one had a CD drive issue, so I took the motherboard from it, and then there was another one I had to take. It was a piece inside the CD drive in order for me to actually make it work, because it was like it was
Was it
really
the,
weird.
was it that little laser lens?
Yeah. But either or, it still was super finicky. But I was able to play Call of Duty and everything on it. I had
Oh,
to
yeah.
have it with an open case though, because the CD drive still
Yeah.
didn't want to pop.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that was my first step into I can play modern games now without having to buy my own system. But yeah, mostly been playing on PC. But right now, currently, I have every single up-to-date console. I just don't have the coolest versions. I have the vanillas. I have the original Xbox 3 or Xbox One,
Hey, man.
the original PS4,
Right.
and the Switch. They don't have any other versions, so
I mean, honestly, like sometimes the original's kind of better than all the specials.
Yeah, but when it comes to some other games, I kind of need the extra oomph the new ones give, especially if I get a new TV. But all I care about is frame rates, to be honest.
Honestly, that's what it really comes down to is frames.
All right.
Because you could have the best graphics in the world, but if you're popping around at 2 frames a second, you're gonna have a bad time.
That's like everything ported to PC right now, because nothing
Right.
has been built for PC alone, except for a handful of games lately. Destiny
Right.
2 is one of them. It's been built from the ground up for the PC experience, which
Had
is
to have been.
dope. Really love that. But yeah, we're gonna start talking about some of the stuff we've done, like streaming, YouTube or whatnot. I don't know if you want to start off on this one because I think your list is a lot shorter than mine.
That's fine. I mean, we can start off with me, and then we can just go into you. I mean,
All
that's
right.
fine. Um, I kind of started off streaming back in I want to say 2013, 2014. That's when I went under the handle of PL Trent. That doesn't exist anymore.
Is that when Twitch started up?
Um,
Or is
no, I think Twitch. I think Twitch was around a little bit before then. I know Twitch was starting to become a big thing right around that time. Um, but no, I went under the handle PL Trent for a while, and then personal issues got in the way with that, and so I had to ditch it because sever the ties and whatnot. And then now I became Gh0stT3rr0r, which I stream on occasion. I did a huge amount of streaming when World War II came out.
Yes, I saw
I
that.
have a bunch of plans to stream future content once I get some additional hardware, like the Elgato video capture card for my rig. I got the Elgato card for my PS4 and my consoles in general. The switchboard,
Yeah.
all the fancy stuff.
Wait, a switchboard?
Yeah, they got an Elgato switchboard, man. So you can you hook it up to your PC, and then you can open up its interface, and you can customize all the different little buttons.
Oh, okay.
Which I think there's like 15 different little buttons, and you can set different macros to them. So you could push one and have it be, this button pops up my overlay display.
Oh, dope.
This one pops up the other game that I'm playing while I'm waiting for Q on League.
That's dope.
Yeah, it makes things so much easier. Like, you just push a button, boop, push another button, boop. Want to play some music? Push a button, music.
I think I'm just so used to OBS. I've
Yeah.
messed around with OBS way too much. So
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I like OBS, but once you start getting to more of the macros and stuff,
yeah.
you're gonna start to find that some of your macro functions are gonna be interfering with your keys, your hotkeys and stuff.
I don't know, man. I play a lot of StarCraft now, so I'm kind of used to macros. I can figure out how to macro.
I used to play StarCraft. Okay,
Hey,
I was on a potato of a rig.
It's
StarCraft 1
okay.
on a potato of a rig. Tried StarCraft 2, getting 2 frames a second, couldn't do anything.
Well, now you can play StarCraft 2 on the PC because it's also free to play.
That's true. I can download it right now.
Oh boy, are we gonna start recording
Dude,
that?
if you want to, man.
Oh lord. I'm like barely into silver, okay?
Dude, that's fine.
It's so bad. But yeah.
But no, that's as far as streaming goes. I've only been streaming for like off and on a couple years.
Yeah.
The last YouTube video I made was.
Please don't tell me it was. Please don't tell me it was for school.
No, it wasn't. No, it was a RuneScape music video.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
What?
That was old.
Is there a link to that? Can I get a link to that?
Yeah, I can throw you a.
Yeah.
I can throw you a link.
Throw me that link.
Let me see if it's still up.
Oh gosh.
I know. I think I still got my test video of it too somewhere.
Oh boy. Well, I guess while you're looking for that, I'll talk about my stuff. I started YouTubing back in high school. I don't remember when I first. Let's see where my first video is, or at least the upload time. The first upload was off of a super shitty camera. It was like an old Canon back in the day. It was like a point-shoot camera because I didn't know how to record the screen.
Right.
Dude, it was 8 years ago. Holy cow.
Do you still remember having to stack your camera on top of like deck boxes and other stuff?
Yeah, see, that's so funny.
To sit it perfect.
I put it on DVDs. I think I was holding this one and playing with one hand because it was like we're playing. Do you remember the box head zombies?
Yeah,
That was the first video I uploaded. Yeah, February 1st of 2009 was my first uploaded video.
Jeez.
And then it ended up me segueing into wanting to learn more and more about editing. And I got into that towards my senior year, so that would be 2011, 2010 era. And that's when I started getting into doing fight scenes with people and just like stunts and whatnot, and learning how to do like video effects. And then it segued into Twitch because Twitch started getting big around the time. And I think I first streamed on Twitch when it was like 2012, and then, or it might have actually been 2013 as well. That was when Evil Within dropped, right?
Evil Within.
Let me look that up.
Oh, spooky as crap though. It was a spooky game too.
I mean, like it was. Okay, so Evil Within came out 2014, but I streamed a little bit before then. Yeah, a little bit before then. I think that was when I was trying to do League and whatnot, but 2014 is when I kind of hit the ground and I was like, all right, I want to try streaming. Luckily, I had a girlfriend that was supporting me. She's still here. It's the same girl, but I don't stream as much anymore because of the fact that it's so hard. There's like little to no time to do anything between relationship, school, I mean not school, but work, friends and whatnot. And hopefully next year will change. Even YouTube has been kind of lackluster for me lately just because of all the changes and everything. But yeah, I've been using the same handle since almost 2009. But my YouTube is the only thing that is different. He used to go by DenDen114. It is now back to LoneAzn, finally. Ever since they implemented the fact that I could change it. I hit the ground running when it came to editing when I joined a group called Revolver GN. I'm still affiliated with them, but I am not a part of their multimedia as I used to be. So I will drop a link down below. A lot of their older content and actually their intro they are still using today is the one I developed, which
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dope to know that they still feel like my intro is the best one to be able to use. So that definitely makes me feel so much better about my editing. But yeah, I started my debut there. They do a lot of gaming stuff. Got really big into like, game battle scene and whatnot for like Call of Duty.
Dude, game battles.
Yeah. It's the saddest part ever is the fact that we never got anything going because of the fact that anybody that I got was not ready to go, or we had like the worst time schedules. It's like
that was the most atrocious thing to ever come to game battles was figuring out time schedules and whatnot.
It's funny because everyone else was up and running. We had like 8 to 12 squads, and my squad was one of the few that could not get it going, and I was a little upset at that. But things happen. Yep. I also started their Twitch as well. They're doing fairly well with their Twitch now, ever since like I kind of helped with the foundation of what we need. So hopefully we can translate that over to Nerd Pact, also to Trent over here, so then we can have him hit the ground running. This month is going to be pretty busy for both of us until we get him situated for next year.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Last day of work is on. I'm gonna celebrate the New Year's right off the bat.
You said on the 28th, right?
Nah, the 30th.
The 30th. Okay. Yeah, it kind of cut out. That's why.
Yeah, now the last Saturday of this month is my last day of work.
That is dope.
I'm looking forward to it, man. It's a new start on life. I'm gonna get all my health in order, get my stream up and running.
You're gonna start doing what makes you happy, which I I applaud that, because we both have a long ways to go.
Yeah.
But
It's all
yeah.
about time, man.
So we'll push this over to the upcoming stuff that we're super excited for.
What kind of stuff you looking forward to, man? Like, I know there's a lot of games coming out, especially with Monster Hunter dropping.
Monster Hunter
dropping. Not what July? Oh, not July.
January
8th.
I thought it was January. I think it's mid-January.
I think is it mid-January? I thought it was earlier than that. I thought it was
world release date. This will be 26th. I was right. So it's around the 20th. Yeah, 26th.
26th. 47 days left.
Yep.
So you've got that. Then you've got, you got the multiplayer beta for PC for Stardew Valley. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that.
Hopefully that one's dropping before the end of the year, because that's what they've been talking about. Just the beta in general for PC.
From what I was reading, it sounds like they pushed it back to early next year.
Let me double check, because they've been slowly updating StardewValley.net, because that is like one of the only places I go to. But here, let me read it. So multiplayer is coming along nicely.
Yeah.
We had planned on. Okay, no, yeah, you're right. They're pushing the beta back to the first quarter.
Yeah, which is going to be anywhere between January and March.
Yeah, it's so far.
Yeah, but hey, man, it's going to be worth it though. Like,
yeah, they're polishing
especially, it. Yeah, they're going to be polishing it. I mean, honestly, they're adding single player content, which is something. I mean, that's good though.
They've been slowly adding single player content, which is dope. If you guys don't know what Stardew Valley is, which if you like Harvest Moon and you don't know what Stardew Valley is, you have been sitting under a rock, or you've been playing the old like N64 or GameCube one, which I'm not gonna bash on you for that, but Stardew.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah, I know. Those are the good ones. Those are the good ones. But you take Stardew Valley and you take Harvest Moon. Stardew Valley takes like the good pieces of Harvest Moon and puts it all into its own game. It's like, I don't know. Would you say it's like a 16-bit or 32? I don't know. It's like an old school kind of like.
It's like an old school kind of like top down.
Yeah, it's like would you say it's like the Game Boy one, but like better?
It's like the Game Boy. It's like the Game Boy Advance era games for Harvest Moon.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that, but it's obviously a bit better. It's with different graphics, of course, because it's more of a arcadey sort of game.
But yeah, no, it's pretty dope that they're finally gonna update it. Looks like they're working on the marriage between players, because a lot of people want that. That's
what I've read too, is that a lot of people are wanting to have that experience with marrying players and whatnot.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna, with the whole multiplayer, I wonder if they're going to have all the enemies scale with how many people are associated to a world, or if they're going to introduce like unique boss monsters.
I think
like it would be kind of cool to see what they would do, like if they took inspiration off of what's that game? Don't Starve Together.
Okay.
If they took inspiration off of that and implemented it into Stardew Valley, so you have everything that scales.
I think the thing that they should do if they're gonna do scaling would be if you're going into the mines.
Definitely the mines.
Yeah, because if you're choosing the hilltop I think it's Hilltop. The one with the monsters that can come out on your farm. That
Yeah,
one,
I don't remember the name of
I
that.
don't think you would want scaling on that one because you
Oh,
would
dude,
constantly
that would be so bad.
you would constantly need somebody at the farm just to fend off, especially at night.
Well, I mean, it's not even.
I know
Well,
they come out at night, but you would constantly need somebody there to like fend off if you're off doing some stuff.
I mean, that's the thing though, is that they would only come out at night, and you can have all 4 players. Oh, I don't. How did they specify on how many players it's going to support
It
on
should be
one?
4. 4 should be the most. So it'd be the host and then 3 others.
Okay, yeah. So then, I mean, if you have all 4 players running around and stuff, and then coming back, there's not going to really be any monsters during the daytime. But as soon as it hits, like especially because nighttime comes at different times depending on the season.
Yep. What is it? Summer times are longer. Winters are pretty short.
Yeah, winters are shorter. Winters are the shortest. Summer's the longest.
And then
Fall
everything,
is like that
yeah,
in between.
everything varies in between there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, Stardew Valley, dude, that's like the most exciting one out of all of it because that's like the only game I have not touched on my PC just because I want the multiplayer experience with, my significant other. But then for my Switch, I have everything set up to be able to play with Trent and hopefully some other friends, which will be
Hell yeah,
pretty
man.
dope.
I've got a few friends who are wanting to play too, so
Yeah. So we'll probably have some gameplay of that one. That'll be very interesting because I'm pretty sure my playstyle and Trent's playstyle are gonna be like 2 different things.
probably. I mean, I haven't really seen your playstyle yet
Well,
on how
yeah.
you.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you first because I want to know how you play. What do you mainly go for in Stardew Valley, like money wise? Like, what is your money maker?
Um. Well, I mean, it's varied on season, but usually, um, as of right now, my moneymaker is everything that gives continual crop. So,
Okay.
except for springtime, because springtime potatoes are like the absolute.
Oh
Well, actually,
God.
strawberries are like the absolute best, and the only time
Yes.
you can get strawberries, and it's kind of a pain in the butt because it only gives you a certain amount of days. Is you know, spring 13 when the Stardew Valley Festival comes on.
Isn't it like 6 to 14 days for it to mature?
I think it's like 7 days. I think it's 7 days, and then it produces every.
Every other day?
No, it's like every 4 days.
Oh,
But it's still
it's
the best.
it's so
still the
good though.
best.
It's
Yeah.
good income.
Like what you would do is you would just sit there and you would you know, especially when you get the seed maker, because once you get the seed maker, you can just take all those fruit and turn it into seeds. So
Wait,
that way
they
you
made
have it.
seed makers? What?
Yeah, you can get seed makers.
When
And
did they implement that?
I think it was, and I want to say it was 1.1 patch.
Jeez.
I think it was the 1.1 patch is when they implemented it.
I didn't play
Because
as
it's
hard when 1.1 came out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see.
I don't know. See, you focus on crops, right?
I'll focus on crops, and then it's pretty much focus on the crops that are going to give me the most money, so that way when the winter season arrives, I can just go into the mines, get all the ore I need, because nothing grows in winter. So you just get all your ores, get all your coal, get all your stone, and then pop over to the blacksmith and be like, hey, upgrade this, upgrade this, upgrade this, upgrade this, so that way you have everything for everything ready for
Spring.
when spring comes.
Yep. See, you're the farmer. You're literally the green thumb of the game. My crops are my secondary income. They're like, hey, I just need a little bit of money here. Let's
Right.
sprinkle some crops. Um, Everything I do in that game revolves around fishing.
Dude, fishing is a really good one. Like
Yes.
it's a strong moneymaker.
Like by the time my girlfriend hit the you made this amount of money, like that achievement, I hit that achievement within like the first, like not even the first like quarter of the year. I finished like that, and then I already had my third or the last bag upgrade before she even hit the you made this much money, like
Oh, jeez.
100,000. I do a lot of fishing. Like day and night, I'm sitting there just fishing for stuff. And the crazy part is, you know those treasure boxes?
Yeah, the little treasure chest that you get for
Yeah, I get those a lot. Like every time I see it, my inventory's full, and I go back to my farm, put it back in, then go back out and go fish some more.
right.
It's pretty
Always
bad.
happens.
I
Always happens, man.
Yep, fall, winter, every single part of the season, I am fishing. That's
Did you
where,
ever
yeah.
did you ever go for the 5 legendary fish?
I caught the one in the cave.
Which one's that one?
I
Is that
I think it's the angler looking one.
oh yeah, the angler.
Yeah, that was so hard. I was
Dude, those legendary fishes are a pain in the butt.
the only okay. So I'm pretty sure at the beach I've been encountering the legendary fish there, and it's extremely hard because it just like goes everywhere, and I can't keep up
Yeah.
with it. That's the
You gotta get those bobbers, man.
no.
Those bobbers
Even
are
with the bobber, it's horrible. You don't.
well, if you have the you can either use the barbed hook.
That one's not good. It's horrible for it. It flings.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah, yeah. 'Cause
flings my my the green
Your s-
bar so
yeah,
far.
your
And I'm like,
slider.
I can't keep up with this fish. Um,
Yeah, it's honestly my main thing is just use the cork bobber because it increases that slider.
yeah, that's the only thing I've been trying to do is use the cork bobber, but it's still so hard because it hits the top and the bottom of the range so fast that you can barely keep up with it. And like once you're like a second behind, it's done. You're done.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I'm a big fisherman in that game. I don't really go for ores too much, just because I don't use my tools as much as I should. Um,
it's okay. I mean, when we play, you can just leave the you
I'll
can leave
make
the
the
farming
money.
to me.
I'll make the money, and then you'll upgrade the tools.
Definitely one thing you should do too, though, is definitely get foraging to max
Ooh, yeah,
because
that's one thing I struggle with because I don't forage too much.
honestly, man, like the best thing to do is just to go get the forage seeds,
Yeah,
like get the
I just look.
wild seeds.
Yeah, I just look for the wild seeds. I look for the. Actually, I look for berries in the bush. I didn't know, like earlier this year, I didn't know you can actually click on the bush, and like berries would come out.
Yeah, if a bush has berries, you can
Yeah,
harvest it.
I didn't know that
Definitely.
until like earlier this year.
Yeah, I think it's only middle summer, middle fall, or when the berries pop out because you got the salmon berries and you got the
Yeah,
blackberries.
but yeah, it took me forever to figure that out. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anyway, man, what kind of other games are you excited for, man?
well, Monster Hunter's beta was pretty awesome. That was
Yeah, I have
oh
yet to play it. I
yeah,
have yet to play it. I
we
still need to download.
we'll probably play it later today, but
Oh, yeah, man.
no, that. So if you've played Monster Hunter in the past, it's just as good as any of the old Monster Hunters, but it's updated graphics. Like the world is beautiful, and like I don't. It's so hard to explain because you actually have to like sit there and play it. Um, no, but we had a full party last night. That was awesome.
Nice.
We
Yeah, dude.
Yep. You kind of cut out a little bit.
It's Monster Hunter is kind of a
Well, you cut out again.
oh.
There you go.
Now? How about now? Grindfest. That's all Monster. That's what Monster Hunter should be named. It's just Grindfest.
Oh gosh. No, yeah, it is because you upgrade your gear and that's your level.
Yeah, I mean honestly,
it's not like you're grinding levels. No, you're grinding gear. You need to get the material.
Yeah. It's like Dark Souls. Just you don't die every 2 seconds.
No, you can't. You can't.
Oh yeah, I know.
And
I know
so,
you can. Dude, trust me, I know. I used to play Monster Hunter on the PS1 now. Come on.
Oh boy. I don't even go that far. I think the first one I really got into was like the PSP.
Yeah, the PSP Monster Hunter was really that was really fun.
That one was pretty good. But yeah, Monster Hunter, the beta only goes till like Tuesday, which kind of sucks. But I mean, there's only 3 missions, like always. It just gives you a feel of how the game will be. I think.
How did you like the missions?
I enjoyed them. Once you find the monster, and you get into those fights, they are extremely long. Like.
Are they?
I thought I found the right monster on the intermediate one, but I ended up running into the mudfish. And we sat there fighting the mudfish for like 5-10 minutes. And my buddy's like, I found the real one. You guys aren't too far from it. And my other buddy and I are just sitting there fighting the mudfish over and over. And then he's like, alright, I'm going to come help you guys finish that one. And as he comes over, he actually aggroes the main boss. And the monster comes in, and you're like, oh god, now we got 2 big mofos coming in.
Oh, jeez.
No, the game is so cool, though, because at one point when we're fighting the main boss, we're like, alright, we're going to swap. We're all going to aggro this guy and just go hard. And so we're fighting him. Midway through the fight, the mudfish comes and follows. Oh, and it's like this Godzilla battle going on, and it's legit. Like, the mudfish gets onto him, and he does this, like, barrel roll. He looks like a crocodile doing, like, the death roll. He grabs it by the head, and it's just spinning and spinning. Oh, my gosh. You'll see it. It's pretty dope.
It sounds like monsters can fight each other, right?
Yes. The monsters will fight each other, which is legit.
That's going to be so helpful sometimes.
Yeah. But it could also, it's a double-edged sword. We're going to be screaming like, why did you bring that here? And we're going to be like, I didn't do it.
Yeah, that's where you got to be smart. So you just go aggro, monster, come back, aggro, get them to fight, then just dip out.
No, you can't dip out, because if you dip out and the main one gets hurt and you have to run after it, oh my gosh. They run for miles, dude. The world is so big. It's legit. It's like, take the 3DS or like one of the mobile ones and like expand it to like.
Screw that, dude. No thanks.
It's so big. It makes me feel like Breath of the Wild.
Times like 4?
No, it's not that big. But it feels like it could be like a Breath of the Wild world if you put all those maps together. Because they have like 4 maps right now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but they're pretty big. They're so. Oh, you're gonna fall in love with it. It's legit.
Oh, dude, no doubt. No doubt.
But
you want to know what game I'm excited for, though?
What are you excited for?
So there's a game that's currently on Steam. I forget how much it is, but it's called Crawl. It's a 4-player co-op game, and it is the most brutal game you will ever play.
Crawl.
Yep, Crawl.
If my Steam will pop up, we will take a look at it. But
dude, it's so brutal. Like, so it's 4-player co-op. Everyone, it's been. I think there was a recent update that completely changed the opening scene and everything.
Okay, there's like 2 games named Crawl. One's a 15.
I'll tell you which one it is.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a.
Is it a dungeon crawler?
Yeah, it's kind of like a dungeon crawl game.
Yep. No, I see it.
Yeah.
Nope, I know what it is. This is like a game where you fight each other.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched somebody play it. It was actually Cow Chop. That's funny because that's like one of my
Dude,
favorite YouTubers.
it's so much fun. It's so fun.
But it's so
'Cause
bad because it's like one person versus like four. I mean,
yeah,
one person.
it's 1v3. It's 1v3, and the people you fight against can really screw you up.
The person that okay, it's crazy because the person that kills you becomes the next warrior, and it's like, oh, you're fighting him to like mess him
Yeah.
up and hopefully
Yep.
win the game.
Yep. See that's the thing is that at the very beginning everyone fights each other, and it's one hit kill. Last person alive is the one who gets to go through the dungeon. And then so you have to go through various different floors and rooms while the other three people who are playing monsters,
Oh,
mind you, the person that's also running through as the normal human also gets to upgrade monster alongside, um,
it's gonna be so
alongside the
bad,
others.
dude.
Uh, it's my favorite game, and I'm really, really excited because 9 days, December 19th, comes out for the Switch.
Ooh,
Really excited.
wait, night and day.
No, December 19th.
Oh,
December 19th.
is when Crawl comes out for the Switch?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, do you know how much
Yep.
yelling there's gonna be?
Dude, it's gonna be so much yelling.
Okay,
I'm gonna
not
have you over.
I'm not that vocal when it comes to games like this, but I don't know.
This is gonna be Monopoly level yelling.
I feel like your mom or your dad's gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Will you guys shut up for like a day? No.
This is the first 2 hours we've been playing.
Dude, it gets.
Oh god.
Let's see. There's that one. I know Nine Parchments just came out. Actually, just came out the last couple days. That's a pretty fun game.
Dope.
If you've ever played like Path of Exile or even even Diablo, it's
Yeah.
kind of
It's a
it's
dungeon
got that
crawler.
yeah, it's kind of a top down dungeon crawl.
Yeah.
Although it's not necessarily a dungeon crawl. Like you play a character and you go through and you have to collect these series of parchments to complete your spell book. And on the way you have to find these different staves and then find these statues for the staves, complete their quests to unlock those characters. But each of those characters have, various different skins for them, and that you have to meet certain requirements. And then the very last skin are called their gilded skin. And those gilded skins, you have to complete their statue missions on hardcore mode.
Oh god.
Hardcore mode is you only live once. So if you die, you die, and it's game reset. But the good thing about it is that even if it's a game reset, you still keep all your levels and all your stuff that you went in with.
Wait, what the heck? They have a battle royale for VR now?
Which one?
It's called Standout.
Standout. That sounds. What's it for? Is it for like
The PC. I'm just seeing
Right,
it.
but
It's
is it?
on Switch. I mean, not Switch. It's on the Steam store.
Oh, is it a Steam VR?
Yes.
You said it was called Standout, right?
Yeah. It's literally on the first page. It's like a early access.
Standout.
Yeah.
VR Battle Royale. It's literally a mock-up PUBG,
Yeah.
just like every other stupid Royale game.
Well, PUBG originally stemmed from like all the other ones.
PUBG originally stemmed from Japanese classic Battle Royale.
Yeah, but I mean, like game-wise, what was the first one that came out? Was it DayZ?
No, like Battle Royale was.
Well, yeah. It
was
stemmed
like an
off.
actual-
It stemmed off the movie and everything, like the Japanese films.
Yeah.
I.e., Hunger Games. I think that's when like Battle Royale started getting really big. Was Hunger Games.
Yeah, that's when it was really.
What was?
See, I know there was Arma.
Yeah.
I know there was Arma.
Yeah, because Arma
Let's see.
turned into the DayZ, kind of game, because that was a DayZ mod. Arma 2 DayZ mod.
I know Minecraft came out with their.
Minecraft did it.
They had that. I think Minecraft did it first with the Hunger Game mod or the Hunger game mode server.
First it was Arma 2's mod, then it went to that for like a Hunger Games kind of thing, because Hunger Games was really big.
Yep.
And then it kind of blew up from there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it just kind of blew up from there because it went DayZ and then Arma 2 because Arma 2 became its own. Started doing that as well.
No, it was Arma 2 first. Technically, it was Arma 2, and then it turned into an Arma 2 mod for DayZ. DayZ did their.
DayZ was the mod itself.
Then they did the standalone.
They split off at some point.
But before the standalone, H1Z1 also came out around the same time, like a little after DayZ standalone. But
yeah, because you had H1Z1, you had the original, and then they had King of the Kill come out.
Yeah, King of the Kill was the big turnaround, and then PUBG came out.
Yeah, and then PUBG.
And then PUBG stopped everything.
Yeah, because H1Z1 was kind of
dead in the waters with development.
It became dead in the waters. It became so dead in the water.
It hit the green light of death. That's what it did. Steam's green light. Oh, you know what I'm super excited for though?
What up?
For the Switch. Oh man, I gotta figure out the what was that game called that I was talking about? Do you remember? It's the one made by Square Enix. Octopath Traveler. Yes, I'm super excited for that one.
Like I've actually seen anything.
That is the.
You said it was called Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, it's the Square Enix RPG, the JRPG I was talking about.
Oh right.
Oh, this game, it like reminds you of like old school Final Fantasy. It's a 2D game that feels like it's a 3D world.
Oh shit! Oh my god, dude, look at it.
Dude,
it's so beautiful.
Go download.
I'm watching the trailer. Right
download
now.
The demo, and you will not be. You will not be, like. Oh, you will not regret it.
Dude, it's like they took Final Fantasy and Paper Mario and like merged it into one.
Yeah, but better.
It's
like.
Project Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, it's so good. I've been
hot for short.
I've been following it for so long.
Dude, that looks so cool. I might have to go download.
What else? I think that's one of the biggest games I was looking out for the Switch.
Yeah, for sure. 1 sec.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
What else? Is there anything else? I don't know. Destiny 2 just dropped Curse of Osiris.
Yeah, Curse of Osiris dropped this last Tuesday. It's pretty good.
I'm pretty.
From what I was hearing, the raid is supposed to be like phenomenal.
Yeah, my buddy's been playing it. He told me he drops frames like no other.
Oh, does he?
Like that fight is that intense on console.
Jeez. Oh, I mean, honestly, I wouldn't doubt it. It's consoles locked in. You know.
That 30 frame lock. Sucks for them.
Right.
I hit frame lag on my PC when I was playing it on there, and I was screaming out, "Am I playing on my Xbox?" Yeah. I dropped to like 13 frames. It was really weird. Need to get that second graphics card in here, and I need to overclock again.
Yeah, I'm still I'm in the process of upgrading my beauty.
It's gonna be a 1700X. My upgrade parts are no more than 600.
Like total cost? Or
yes,
piece?
that is with the processor, the motherboard, and the RAM.
Nice.
Like, because I'm gonna keep everything else in here the same.
Right.
Oh, I also need the the H100 bracket because the AM4 slot.
Yep. AM4 slot.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the AM4? What is it? The AM4 was going to support all future Ryzen chipsets.
Yes.
Wasn't that what
Yep.
they were
It's their new
planning to
socket.
do with? Yeah.
And
That's
you
what
have
they
to.
were-
It's really bad because I have to buy a bracket in order to use my water cooler.
Right, but I mean, if it's going to be worth it, then it's going to be.
It should be, yeah. Eventually, I'll work my way up to an open loop system. That way, I can make it myself.
Right.
But
My buddy, he got a huge PC case.
is it as big as mine?
Nah, dude, nah. This is like a. It's like 4 feet. It's like 4 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet. It's a solid like giant rectangle.
Okay, so I have the Thermaltake. The Thermaltake. I don't remember the name of it. It's like Thermaltake. It's think of a mini fridge laying on its side.
Yeah, that's kind of
That
like
is
what his is.
that is my case.
That's kind of like what his is.
Yeah. Mine I use basically as a table. That's how big it is. Yeah.
You know what else just came out too?
What?
Human Fall Flat.
Oh, dude, that game is so funny.
It came out on the Switch.
Yeah. I'm so happy that the Switch did like so much indie support, but then it's kind of sad because now it's like Steam on the Switch. That's basically what it is, but it's not the Steam store.
That's all right though. Like that's
Oh.
not bad.
You know what got announced recently that's going to be really big?
What?
Bayonetta. On the
Dude,
Switch.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bayonetta 3, Nintendo Switch exclusive.
Yeah.
Bayonetta 2 coming for Switch with download of Bayonetta 1.
Oh, I'm so excited because I'm literally gonna insta buy them because I have not gotten to play them, and
Dude, it's so much fun.
It's gonna be legit. Soul Calibur 6 also looks pretty dope.
Yep.
Yet another fighting game I have to get into.
Right. Honestly, I need to get myself a fight pad.
I mean, you can borrow one of mine.
I don't know how many you have, so.
I have 2 right now. I could have 3. But I don't want to buy the other one off my girlfriend's cousin.
Right.
There's
I don't know. I might just buy one.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, Soul Calibur though. That's gonna be dope. I still need to buy Marvel vs. Capcom. Tekken I bought, but that's on my PC. I really need an external hard drive for the PS4 now.
Do you?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. The PS4, there's so many games I have download. Oh, it's bad. And then the installs are pretty bad too.
You know, while we're talking about install stuff, I'm just gonna go ahead and download this Xenoblade Japanese voice pack.
I told you, dude. You need to. It's a must. It's a must.
Dude, the English game is so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
If you like the game in English, I have nothing wrong against that. Or nothing against that. But I mean,
Nah,
it's
any kind of JRPG has to be enjoyed with the Japanese voice.
It has to be the original language. That's why I play Monster Hunter in the Japanese language. It's so dope. It just sounds so much better.
Oh yeah, dude, it does.
But yeah. Hopefully in the future podcasts we'll start talking about like game tips and guides.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we want to run over a quick guide real quick,
I don't know.
if we can talk about a quick guide for Xenoblade 2 and
You could
fairly
you could
fairly
do that.
quick cash.
You could do that because I haven't touched.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten
you
it.
have to play. So a quick tip: making cash is going to be your like number one way of doing things, just like in every other RPG game. Uh, the quick one is salvage. Salvaging is going to be your most phenomenal cash gatherer. Best way to do it is you go get yourself some canisters, which you can buy from the salvager merchants, which have little tank icons on them. Buy the highest tier you can afford, and then buy the lowest tier you can afford, and just go salvage. You'll find salvage spots because they're marked with a hook icon. And after you've spent through all your containers, go to the exchange merchant, which has the scales icon, and turn in all of your treasures and all of your scraps into sets, and that gives you the highest profit that you can get out of all those items. And
Nice.
each different set, requires different components, but they also give different money value, and they also give you uh, these core boosters, which are really annoying to deal with because core boosters you only get max of 5, and you have to expunge them out of your inventory. I don't know if you can sell them. I think you probably could, but you just expunge them out of your inventory and then go salvage again.
Nice.
And then bada bing, bada boom. You spend an hour doing this, you can make 100,000. Spend another hour, make another 200,000,
That's
so on
good.
and so forth.
I don't know if I have any tips for any games I play. Um,
Well, what's the most recent game you played?
Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
There's not really much to do in Monster Hunter for like
Nah,
grinding
not
wise. Best tip I can give for Destiny 2 when it comes to leveling is, let's see. So here's my strategy to it, and this is how I usually max level my character and then like grind for gear score after that. You want to hit every quest you can on the way to your next quest. So let's say you're doing a main quest and you have a public event coming up. If the public event is happening on the way there and you can wait that 30 seconds to a minute, hit that public event and then continue.
Yep.
Everything that I've done in that game has been in the mindset of me playing World of Warcraft. Because in World of Warcraft, leveling, if you're not able to hit 2 levels an hour after the first initial like leveling like craze, you are not leveling fast enough.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
So from a RPG perspective or like MMO perspective, in Destiny 2, if you want to grind fast and get those legendary Ingrams and what are they called now? They're not illuminated Ingrams. Through leveling, hit as many quests as you can, kill things as quickly as you can, and then also try to have some of your highest level legendary or no exotic weapons on you. That way, if you do get an exotic drop, it'll automatically bump to the highest. Because my Rat King was like extremely high when we did that. I think I was running my gear score at like 270.
Something like that, I think.
And then
around 270
when we all got the Rat King, mine dropped at like 293, while your guys's was like at 280.
Yeah, mine was 286. I think Mike's was like 280.
Yeah.
280, 283.
But when it dropped at 293, I was like, what the fuck? Everything else I have is like 280. Why is this one 293?
That's crazy.
Yeah. But
and of course with any other exotics with Destiny 2, any ones that you have, always make sure to pick up, like, keep the highest class of weapon for that exotic, so that way you can just feed it into it and adjust its power level accordingly. So, when you run around and you carry it, you can just swap to it, and then boom, boom, boom. You don't really have to take a huge detriment.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to try to keep something similar to your exotic that way you can swap out. Let's say if you need a different exotic for a raid or something, you can quick swap to something and not lose a lot of gear score. Did Kevin fall asleep?
I think so.
I've been hearing him snore for like the past couple minutes. I was like, wait.
That's my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. I just thought it was funny because
I can't fix that. I can throw stuff at him. But...
No, you're good. You're good. I just thought it was funny because I was like, is that Kevin sleeping?
Yeah, no, dude. He's a night owl like I am. So this is kind of like his bedtime.
This is nighty night. Pretty sure it's gonna be bedtime for you soon too.
I don't know, man. Sundays are like my off days because it's either
this is like I gotta do stuff day.
Yeah, this is like I need to make up for all the shit that I didn't do today.
Yeah. But let me drop some of your handles. If you need some of these handles, they're gonna be in the description down below. But you can catch Gh0stT3rr0r. I'll let you do this.
Yeah, you can catch me on Twitter at Gh0stT3rr0r. That's Gh0stT3rr0r.
Yeah.
That's my Twitter handle. And then you can just hit me up on Twitch at twitch.tv/Gh0stT3rr0r. Spelled the same way. No underscore.
YouTube is a whole bunch of random mumbo
Yeah, don't worry about the YouTube.
Just look down there in the description.
YouTube link in the description.
Yep. As for me, you can catch me on YouTube at youtube.com/LoneAzn. That's with the AZN, not the typical, This is like the old school back in like 2008 when AZN was like really big.
It's like what all the cool kids would spell Asian back in the old days.
Yeah. Twitch is the same thing. Twitch.tv/LoneAzn. If you want to find me on Instagram, that would be awesome. You can follow me on there at LoneAzn_Desu. I don't know. I put that up there just because I was really big into like just making fun of people that say Desu a lot. But also Facebook is down there.
Kawaii Desune.
Yeah.
If you want to hit me up on Instagram too, it's Gh0stT3rr0r as well. Gh0st_Terror.
Same spelling?
The same spelling.
Okay.
The 0's for O's, 3 for the E.
Yep. Facebook, since everyone was making fun of me for being called LoneAzn and having a girlfriend, my Facebook is facebook.com/NotSoLonelyAsian. Just because people were making fun of me. But yeah, I think that's really all the places you can catch us because we're not very active on a lot of stuff. I suck at Twitter, like horribly.
I check my Twitter every now and then, so if you throw me a message or whatever.
Slide into Trent's DMs, guys. Just slide in there. Yes, do it.
Slap the hell out of you.
No, he wants it, dude. He needs some people to talk to him so he can stream some more stuff. Shoot him some questions.
That's true.
I didn't mean like I don't know what you were thinking of, Trent. I didn't mean like slide into the DMs that.
Usually when people say slide in the DMs, it's gonna be like, hey, what's up?
I don't know, man.
I heard you got that good.
I heard you got that good though. Slide into the DMs.
No, if you got any questions for me, you can hit me up on Twitter.
Yeah. Or if you guys have some stuff you want us to talk about or like get into, you can also do that.
If you guys have any questions about or any other topics,
Stardew Valley, hit me up.
Stardew Valley,
hit me up. That's like the only like game that I like know life other than Destiny.
Yeah,
I used to Overwatch was also another big one. If you got some questions for Overwatch, I got you on that one too.
Dude, I haven't played Overwatch in ages.
Yeah. Oh god, it's so hard because the new character. I just recently played and that was bad. But
oh yeah.
We're extending the time a little bit, so we're gonna end the stream here.
It's okay.
Yeah. Alright. This is LoneAzn, and we got Gh0stT3rr0r over there. We're signing out for today. We'll catch you on the next stream. Hopefully, we'll try to keep this going like at least once a month. If not, I'm gonna bump it up if we start getting our schedules up and going, because Trent next year is gonna have a little bit of free time. So, yeah.
That I am.
All right, catch you guys later.
Keep it spooky.